Hi, this is Meghan McCarthy, and I am the co-executive producer of the movie you're about to watch.
Hello, I'm Ishi Rudell, and I am the co-director on the movie that we are about to watch.
And hello, I'm Katrina Hadley, and I am the assistant director on the movie we are currently watching.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Tin, and I'm the art director for this series.
And I'm Daniel Ingram. I'm the songwriter on the movie.
Let's jump in.
So we sync this alarm clock noise exactly with Pinky's cadence of alarm. And as you can see, Rainbow Dash threw in a photo of herself because, of course, everybody needs a photo of Rainbow Dash.
Obviously. And you'll notice that this is Twilight Sparkle's bedroom, the human Twilight, which our art director, Jeremy Tin, had a big hand in designing.
And, of course, the art team as well.
Jeremy, talk about the design because you're nervous about talking. So can you talk?
Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit nervous. It's my first time doing this. But you know what? I have to give a lot of props to Top Draw because we gave them pretty much just 2 angles of this room, and they were able to create so much. All these angles that we're seeing right now, just from the 2 angles we gave them. So props to Top Draw.
And I love the way this turned out, this whole bedroom phasing out effect. Who did this design, the background?
This was Madison.
That was Madison.
Yeah, that was her concept. That was really nice.
And we reused it so much, which we love to do.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm just watching the movie. Strangely, not sick of it, right?
I'm not sick of it at all. And how many times have we watched it now?
Oh, millions.
I love the girls in their camp outfits. They're simple, nice, and easy to animate. Kudos again to the design team.
Yeah, you guys did a really good job of building in everybody's personalities while still creating a uniform look. Oh, there's Flash sitting by himself.
Yeah, he's always by
Poor
himself.
Flash.
Poor Flash. I really like Flash, you guys.
Here we go, building up to the first song, and God, I love this song.
Despite coming off the bus, it reminds me a bit of Pitch Perfect, how they had that song on the bus. Yeah, I have to say, I loved writing the songs on this Equestria Girls movie. It's probably my favorite experience so far for these movies.
Yeah.
Just because the song style is sort of close to home. Here you can hear, this is kind of a Mumford and Sons-y thing we were going for, right? We broke away from doing kind of the heavier rock from Rainbow Rocks and some of the kind of more poppy stuff. And going, a little more folky pop with this, which is just sort of a lot of fun and carefree. I remember being in Hawaii for most of the time we were writing the song, doing this movie, the song phase, which was, like a year before we mixed the movie, so it's kind of fun. It's like kind of a throwback. It's good memories. But yeah, this is just a really fun, simple, 3-chord song.
It's great. It's a song that you can sing over and over again on road trips. And, and we had a lot of fun making this OTS.
It's such a cool OTS.
Because we're like, what can we do that will fit this song? And we want to do something and keep it simple because in the past we've had a nightmare of a time doing our OTS.
Well, that's because you usually do it by yourself. So Ishi listened to this song over and over and over again for months working on this, and he's not sick of that song.
No, still
and
like it.
I'm not sick of that song. It really sets the tone for the movie, and just this really great, we're going on a bit of an adventure and summertime and fun and friends. It's perfect.
And these shots are all great. These were all also designed. Who designed those ones? The backgrounds?
The color really stood out because it was Krista Hewitt who did our colors for us.
Yeah.
And Gloria Jenkins did the boards for that, and we just said, because she lives in Washington State, we said, go out to your backyard and just kind of draw
pictures.
Your backyard. She lives on this big property there, so.
Poof. And begin.
Little Canadian Blue Jay for you guys.
Courtesy of Jason Armstrong.
Yeah. So yeah, Act 1 was boarded by Jason Armstrong. And he put in a lot of fun little bits of business with the characters and little cute gags.
Yeah, he added a lot of little extra things.
How many board artists did you guys have total working on the whole movie?
7?
5.
Well, didn't we have 2? Oh,
No, we had 5.
yeah.
Yeah, we had 5, and then of course the revision team, which was 4 people.
Again, I have to say, Top Draw, thank you so much for doing all these trees. These trees, oh my goodness.
Yeah, Top Draw, thank you so much for everything, from the layouts to the animation. They did a spectacular job.
Yeah, they really stepped up.
Like every BG that we had so many trees, and to change the green values just a slight, just to make it the depth work, it took our BG artists quite some time, but all these shots were done by Top Draw themselves and with record time.
Yeah, and we had almost no revisions. We called almost nothing.
Thanks to Vince as well, our BG supervisor over here.
Yeah, overseeing all that. Oh, here she is, Gloriosa.
So, is she supposed to sound so Canadian? Is that a thing?
I thought she sounded a little bit Minnesotan.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay.
We just wanted to give her this kind of like slightly crazy tinge to her.
She's a little overworked. She's a little stressed, you know. She's trying to make a really good camp experience for everyone, but she's kind of trying to do it alone, which is never a good idea.
No, you need help.
Kat, you concepted
Yeah.
Gloriosa, didn't you?
And Timber,
Yes.
I think.
Timber.
So dreamy.
He's
Did you have any idea, Megan, that he was going to turn out as dreamy as he did?
This dreamy? Gosh, I didn't. But yeah, he's great.
You guys should trust my taste in men.
My mom needs new pot holders.
I'll supply balloons. Cookie decorating.
Ooh, I do make a mean sugar cookie.
Early morning nature walks.
With walking sticks for everyone.
Oh, me. A fashion show where I design the most fabulous camp looks inspired by today's hottest trends.
Will did a really fun thing in the score here where we said anytime Rarity's going to talk about her little fashion show,
Yeah.
we should
Bring in some of that.
Yeah.
So he did that nicely for us. This is actually one of my favorite scores by Will overall.
Yeah, Will killed it on this.
Yeah.
He really did a good job.
Again, it was really unique to this movie from the others. I felt like
yeah.
he really brought in that acoustic, kind of warm sound throughout it, and kind of evoke this location of this sort of natural camp. It's really cool.
It was, I mean, everything kind of fell into place. It was really nice being in a location that wasn't the high school setting, you know, surrounded by the cold lockers and the linoleum floors. Yeah, this perspective of lockers and lockers. Having the nice forest and trees, it just makes for interesting.
And a lot of green. You don't get a lot of green on the show usually.
No.
Right? I remember a very early story from Lauren saying, you know, that they had to avoid green ponies. You know, anything too green.
Yeah, apparently it's not the favorite color for toys. So we made Timber's hair green. No, that's because he's an outdoorsy guy, you know.
It's forest. It's forest green.
Girls will be getting their assignments from Timber. You're with me.
I like how Timber's giving assignments to the girls.
Well, Gloriosa's giving assignments to the boys.
Yeah. Switched it up.
Yeah.
Aquamarine. Me too.
So Ashley Ball's in a tent with herself. So when we got the script, Timber's got a lot of lines that could have been read really creepy when he's kind of flirting with Twilight. So we were very careful in the voice direction and in how we handle his posing to make him kind of more jokey about it. Like he knows he's saying cheesy stuff on purpose. Just because I think it would have come across as really creepy.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a hard balance. There, but I think Joanna and Christine did such a good job writing him, and then we tried very hard to make sure he was kind of silly.
He's like, he's a little nerdy like Twilight. I think that's why they hit it off.
Yeah. I mean, he's alone in the woods with his books. He's just happy to have someone
his macaroni art.
Yeah, his macaroni art. He's just happy to have someone to talk to about rocks.
You know what? And Brian Doe did a great job of really making him charming.
Yeah. And actually, this is some of my favorite acting from Tara Strong in this whole picture. Oh, here comes my favorite, well, second favorite piece of score by Will. For Filthy Rich.
Yeah, that was so funny.
This jazzy lounge singer thing. I love it.
What are you doing here? Camp is just getting started.
Just taking in the scenery, Gloriosa Daisy. It's so relaxing.
Well, you can look around when camp is over.
Now, if you don't mind.
He's a little different than his pony personality. He's a lot more ruthless.
Yes, yeah. Not everyone's exactly the same as they are in the pony world.
Yeah, enough about that guy.
They don't have a history.
There's our blue jay.
There it is, transitioning. Oh, Rarity and Applejack.
Yeah, they go so well together. They're such a good odd couple that they often end up in scenes together just because they play off each other so well.
They do. There's some more Jason board stuff.
Actually, that was Colleen Lofstrom, one of our revisionists, when she was tidying up. She was she added the Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash doing her sit-ups in the back.
That's nice.
But Jason,
this is Jason.
This is Jason, this gag here. And we actually went in and got Rebecca to do the pickup line so we could get her going. Woo!
Madison Tuff did the background colors for this, the camp part, especially the inside the tents. Yeah, she did the day and the night concepts, and that really helped us so much.
Yeah, it took us a little while to get these tents working. We kind of went full Canadian rustic camping, which is like really basic. And then I think Meghan and everybody at Hasbro rightly said, like, can you make this a little nicer and more fun?
Yeah.
And they were right, of course, as always. So I'm very happy they pushed us that direction.
Yeah, this is not what the cabins looked like at the camp that I went to when I was a kid, for sure. I wish.
Me neither.
I think when we did this tent section, we just thought it was going to be tents, and then suddenly they said, well, why don't we have them have their geode or their different geodes in front of their tent designs, and we're like, what?
Yeah. That wasn't attractive.
Then we had to track that as well.
Which tent is where?
Oh, that one outside of their tent here, that yellow one, that changed a few times. We had to catch that. That went to pink a few times. Twilight, what are you doing? How are you doing that? I actually really love, too, there's a lot of great sunset and twilight movements in this movie. And, you know, sunset's very excited. Yay, magic, you know? And Twilight's just traumatized.
They've kind of become besties.
Yeah.
Especially by the time this is over. They've had a lot of moments together, especially moments under pressure.
And I mean, you know, Sunset, who understands what it's like to turn into something and lose control and have all that magic better than Sunset? So, of course, she's the perfect person to be a sounding board and a support to Twilight.
I really don't. Okay, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Love this little moment here. We originally tried to drag this on a lot longer, but had to kind of cut it short for time. She was trying to levitate that thing for a while.
For a long time.
Who of us hasn't actually tried that at some point?
To move something with your mind?
Every time I finished watching Star Wars.
Guilty.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't work for you guys? It's Wait, I mean, I've said too much.
Meghan.
I knew you were magic. I knew it.
That's how you do it all.
Thanks. I'm good. People that chipper make me nervous.
This is gonna be so much fun!
I guess not all people.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? It looks like a...
I just want to talk about the AFX pass on the water. We put a lot of like glitter and sparkle,
yes.
and you know, it really makes that water come alive and look like those beautiful hot summer days, and everything's glistening in the sun.
Our AFX supervisor, Brian Lazatin, he basically touched this entire movie. Every single scene has AFX in it.
You're the cutest, Fluttershy. Uh-oh.
I know I'm charming, but you don't have to...
Oh, his jokes are so good.
Which is why she punches him super hard in the arm right here. Like, right there. Boom.
There's a lot of punching in this movie.
Yeah, it's really violent. Oh, Flash.
This is my favorite punch right here, though.
The get over it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Get over yourself.
But your Twilight is a princess in Equestria.
She is not mincing words.
Gonna spend most of her time.
So you're saying I just need...
She's a friend that we all need, but are all afraid of having.
Yeah.
Totally.
Just says it like it is.
But she's very compassionate when she does say it. Like, she, you know, she says it, but in a nice way.
Oh, I'm sure it won't have to be for the remainder of camp. Just needs to be...
Sure, you think that, Gloriosa. The whole thing's rotten. It's falling into the water.
She's trying to be positive.
We had so many doc versions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the doc. The doc is
This is
one of the
version
main
1.
characters.
This is doc 1. This is doc 1. We'll count them as this film goes forward.
I made a map. Didn't I make, like,
You did make a
cheat sheet? Doc cheat sheet.
Doc cheat sheet. That's amazing.
Yeah, the
I
doc-
love how the doc did like emerge as like this runner.
It's
whole
it's one of the
movie.
main
It's so
characters
fun.
in the movie.
Yeah, which is why it stars in the end tag.
Hey, don't give it away.
What? People haven't watched this before listening to us?
Wait, watch the
Maybe
film
some people
first
go in
before you
and
watch.
watch the
No,
commentary
stop
first.
now. Go watch the film, then listen to us babble. Bulk just pulls that thing.
That's my favorite part of the whole movie.
Bulk is one of the highlights.
Oh, I just love him. And his little orange tank top. And his tiny shorts. I think Tori Grant storyboarded a little bit of this. We had a little piece that she had to bridge for us, one of our revision artists, and she did a really great job.
Yeah, our revision artist stepped up to the plate for this.
Yeah, we were really lucky. They're a super talented crew. Selena Marchetti, Desiree Salamark, Tori Grant, and Colleen Lostrom.
Yeah.
They really put a lot of love and heart into this.
Mm-hmm. Shows. Mm-hmm. Hey, is that doc number 2?
Doc number 2.
I don't know why this makes me laugh every time. AJ and her hammer.
The Thor hammer.
The Thor hammer.
Ishi, you actually animated.
Well, I revised.
You revised how he was screwing the screws.
I was
in.
like, he's not doing it properly.
It was on the glass. So
I know.
He
wasn't turning his wrist.
Yeah.
He was just kind of like
Banging.
tapping it.
And I mean,
not handy.
she's into him, but I don't think she's so into him that she wouldn't see his shoddy craftsmanship skills.
Panky. Love the lighting in this whole sequence.
Katie
That's
O'Rourke,
gorgeous.
our BG color artist, did this.
And I love this screaming from Tabitha. It's so weird.
Purple and burgundy, darlings. The same color family.
And
I still laugh.
That's so funny.
we tried to make it play that, you know, Sunset always wears burgundy and orange and purple together. So we tried to make her a little self-conscious, but I don't think it really comes across. Pinky's crazy marshmallow bouquet.
How many versions of those do we have to go through? More marshmallows. More.
Yeah, that was me. It's not crazy enough. I want more marshmallows. So demanding. This sequence turned out really quite good.
Gaia Everfree.
Okay, so are we gonna tell everyone our names, our unofficial names for these two? The revision artists, when they were working on Timber's grandpa, started calling him Old Spice. And we loved it so much. Obviously, we can't call him Old Spice. It would be a copyright issue. So we named him Old Spice, and we named Timber's grandma Dove.
Like the soap.
Like the soap.
He's so buff, but
he's so buff. Who was that? That was you, Jeremy, who designed Old
that
Spice.
was
Right?
we had
a
combination, and I think our original versions were a little too scary, so we had to
Yeah.
tone it down a bit and add some more colors. The first one was very, very thin, and it was very, very scary.
A little too anime-like, I think, the first design that we did.
For Gaia, yeah. She turned out great.
Yeah, she's...
Especially with the effects on her.
Yeah.
Yes.
And her creepy tar. Anti-gravity tar.
I remember designing this when we were going, how are they going to animate this? But it worked out.
You did it.
Yeah, she came in and we were like, wow, that worked.
I think we said that about a lot of things. How are we going to animate that? How are we going to do that? Creepy.
Creep.
Why'd you come out of the bushes?
I took the scenic route because the forest is...
I have the impression she's lying.
But no one else should do it without a guide, okay? All right, everybody, time to head to your tents.
This is our Ren and Stimpy moment. Here it comes.
Yeah.
Ew.
So gross.
Every movie has its like Snips and Snails little cameo.
They're just too funny. They're
so
too
great.
funny. You can't not put them in. The voice actors for those guys are great.
Mm-hmm.
She really made quick work of that.
Marshmallow bouquet.
Marshmallow bouquet.
Half
yeah.
of it's probably in her hair for later. Our Pinky tends to kind of stash things in there like a purse.
Mm-hmm. It's a magical bag of holding in her hair.
Yeah,
For all you D&D people out there.
it's a pocket dimension. It's another pocket dimension. And here's our classic, let's run down all the awful things our friends have done in front of their faces with no regard for their feelings.
It's so much
That's
fun.
the magic of friendship.
Yeah.
That's
You
magic.
can
They're still friends.
You can tell your friends about their mistakes and make fun of them.
Well, actually,
Remember all those mistakes you made? I do.
Let me list them. But that's what you need. You need your friends to remind you of the dumb things you've done so you don't do them again.
Exactly.
Now, this was our horror movie.
Yeah, and this, I think, turned out great with Will's score. And
We tried to make it really janky and weird feeling.
oh, Sleepy Sunset.
Sleepy
This
Sunset's
is the
my
best.
favorite.
Like, what martial art does Sunset practice as she wakes up in that pose? We might have to figure that out.
Good.
Was it judo? Ishi?
Krav Maga. It's
Yeah.
definitely
Oh my
Yes.
god. Oh, for sure.
100%. What, not capoeira?
She got up Jenga-ing. That would be really funny.
And it has an accurate sound of what Blue Jays make. Our sound design guys put in its actual horrible screech.
That's just it. I'll never be able to control it.
Oh, poor Twilight. She keeps wrecking the dog.
Ugh, Broken Dock version 1.
That's number
No, it's broken version
broken
1.
version 1. But if you want to go by
It's
that's
version
number
2.
3.
Yeah, version 3.
Article B.
Yeah.
Broken. I love Sandalwood. That's Vincent Tong. His Sandalwood's so funny. He's not even saying anything particularly funny, but just the way he says it.
The spirit, do you? No, it was me. Spirit, show yourself. The great and powerful Trixie commands it.
One day that's gonna work for her, and I don't think she's gonna know what to do with herself.
Or whatever she brings back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Fish
the
eating
fishies are
toxic
eating-
glitter.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat those fish after.
I'm sure it's like a proper soy-based biodegradable glitter.
Yes. All natural food coloring.
Yeah. Oh, this coming up was
Here you go, Daniel.
beautiful song.
Well, I remember submitting this one as a piano demo as like, here's my concept, and it's like 1.5 minutes, and of course I'm going to make it like 3 minutes long. You're like, okay, it's done. I'm like, oh no, but it's not done. No, it's done.
We cannot have Twilight singing in the forest for 3 minutes, Daniel.
Well, we could.
But it's been 20 minutes since we've had a song. Why not?
I have to say, I do enjoy working on the songs because your songs are so easy to listen to, and you don't get sick of them, and they give you a lot to kind of visualize. And
well, this might be the darkest. I don't know, it's not dark, but it's probably the most emotional song I think on this of the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personal. Usually they're pretty, fluffy, or also just maybe a villain song. I shouldn't say fluffy, but this is like pretty. I remember feeling pretty sincere. Like this, I was like, wow, this is kind of
emotional.
Yeah. And Rebecca is such a Rebecca Shortcut sings for Twilight on these, and she did a very beautiful job of hitting these big high notes
while pinching her voice.
Yeah,
she's impressive, that one.
I love this.
And
nice long truck.
Yeah. And who hasn't felt this way, like you worrying about being too much of something and overpowering people with or just hurting the
Every
people
day.
around you. Yeah. Shut up, Mr. Six-Pack Abs.
Hey now. That was a low blow.
Like, what, you're ashamed? You make me ashamed. I gotta share an office with this guy. It's too much.
I'm glad I sat outside.
Yeah, you
I
should
was
be
outside.
glad.
You're going to be
office.
moved into the office
Yeah,
pretty
we
soon,
should move
Jeremy.
you in.
We'll see.
Then you're gonna have to deal with me. I just actually want to talk about our rotation artist Bevan for the characters, because she actually rotations is kind of, it's a tricky thing to do. It's very technical, but it's also got a bit of an art to it, and she did really great turnarounds for.
Oh, and especially when you look at the designs that we have at the end of the movie, and you look at those, and how do you rotate those?
Yeah.
Yeah, very impressive. She did a great job.
Anyway, we're gonna talk over the romance because we're all.
Oh, I love this moment. Just that simple pushing up the tree branch.
This is Dalton. This is Dalton's section. Dalton Grant boarded this stuff. Timber's little self-conscious laugh.
So what do you think? You think the fans are gonna like this Timber guy?
I don't know.
Does he have a little more substance than Flash?
Well, he's got a little more screen time,
Yeah.
for sure. I love how Twilight's friends are always spying on her.
Don't your friends spy on you?
Well, I haven't caught them at it if they do.
For this scene, we did a design for the rock climbing gear. And both Kat and I said, yeah, it looks great. And then Ishi had to come in and be like, wait a minute.
Not a harness.
The harness isn't, it has to do a loop. And
That's
then-
not how the
God.
carabiner works.
It's not a bowline knot.
My sister is a professional rock climber. She'd kill me if I
You're
didn't.
talking
figure eight,
over
figure
our
eight.
most romantic scene.
Oh, we missed it.
Rewind. Anyway, that little look there. But yeah, because, rock climbing accuracy in the equipment is extremely important to the story. Right?
Well, if you're a rock climber, it'll just pull you right out.
I suppose it would.
Yeah, the magic won't, but the rock climbing gear being...
Well, yeah, like you would never hold the rope above
No. See, Daniel knows a thing or
I
two.
rock climb. Vincent taught
One
me that.
hand above, one
Yeah.
hand below.
Exactly.
And actually-
then when you're locking, it should be both hands below the, what do you call it? The
Hey,
APC.
let's not point out.
ATC.
Too late.
You know who's a very good rock climber is Vincent Tong, speaking of Vincent Tong and
Is
rock
he?
climbing. Yeah, we go together sometimes.
And we're going to see images on the internet of Flash Sentry rock climbing.
That'd be cool. I like that Rarity's like, I'm sorry. I think. I'm not very She's not really sorry.
I like how she has her bangs poking out of the front of her helmet.
She's always stylish.
She's not going to smush her hair under there.
She was climbing that thing in heels. That girl has skills.
That was the best part.
Yeah, that's good.
But of course.
Anything I can do for you? Applejack just fell into the lake.
Oh no! She's gonna need warm towels, dry clothes, and a hot cocoa. I've got this!
Fluttershy?
So this mess hall, that was also, what's that?
This was Krista.
Yeah. I
love this moment.
Yeah. Pinky's Oprah moment?
Yeah. I think I like the bloopers even better.
Yeah. I love how she just doesn't care if she's blowing them up again. It's magical sprinkles.
You'll notice for the rest of this sequence, whenever you see Pinkie Pie, she's got her hands up to her side because she's trying to avoid touching anything.
Just like
it almost
Sunset
looks like a
Holder.
mistake. You're like, why is she in the same pose for every scene?
Oh, I never noticed that.
Yeah, because
now
that's a really fun touch.
Yeah, fun. Well, Sunset told her don't touch anything, so she has to not touch anything. Fluttershy's just so adorable all the time.
So obviously Fluttershy has talked to animals before, but this is the first time she actually understands what they're saying to her.
Yeah.
That's her superpower.
Those owl designs, that's Madison. And they're great.
They're great.
Yeah.
So Meghan, whose idea was it to give these girls superpowers?
I'm pretty sure it was mine.
Wow. I think it was a great idea.
I'm on board.
Yeah, one of the things with all of these movies is that how magic works.
How
trying to track
does
that.
it work?
Trying to track it through the movies and how it's sort of constantly evolving.
Mm-hmm.
And then where we land with this one, I think is really great because we just kind of kept fine-tuning it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And having it be more of like a superpower that they could tap into.
Yes.
I think it makes sense. I mean, magic's never been a part of this particular dimension. And so when it shows up, it's going to be a bit messy until they kind of get it under control.
Yeah, and it makes for some great potential.
I love this Twilight head shake. Stop talking about it. So this little sequence is a lot of exposition, but I kind of feel like it goes by well.
Mm-hmm. It was really tricky too, composition-wise, getting all the girls into the shots. Making sure that they're in the same place.
Yeah, and keeping it interesting while kind of talking about what we've sort of already seen, but still figuring out things. Oh, these two.
I twitch.
Just piles and piles and piles up on her, doesn't it? All these problems.
There's that moment. Sunset.
Still haven't figured out what's going on.
Figured it out.
Here's our little coming up's our Tangled homage, paper lantern homage.
Coming here for a month. Maybe we forget about this new magic for a bit and just try to focus on enjoying our time at camp.
I was also excited about the designs I've come up with for the camp fashion show.
And I've barely gotten to whoop anybody in tetherball.
Yeah, there she is holding her hands out so she's not touching anything. Yeah.
That's such a great touch.
Oh yeah. Was there? I mean, some of the powers are kind of, I guess straightforward, obvious, but then some are kind of harder, less obvious, like Rarity's shield and Pinkie Pie's kind of exploding grenades. Like, was there much back and forth on what those should be?
I think Ishi and I talked about, and probably you as well, Megan. We talked about because Pinkie just touch anything and it blows up, because that would be
she's a ballistic.
That would be
problem.
Dangerous.
So we came up with the idea that it can only be things with sugar in them, like high concentrated concentration of sugar, so candy.
Cupcakes, sprinkles, and that way she can still, you know, give her friends hugs without
Exploding
them.
everything.
I love this lantern you guys made, Jeremy. Mine's my face. You can tell he does that lantern every year because look how good it is. Look how accurate.
Next year we'll get better. one year will be exact.
Eventually he'll just start making photocopies.
Yeah.
Have you ever done this before? In Thailand or something?
I've done this. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And when you see them all in the sky, it's beautiful. Oh, Pinky.
She's so proud of herself. I love it. Oh. Twilight and Timber's Lashes. Ishi went in and added that himself. Yeah.
That was a little extra touch.
Yeah, the night colors.
This looks, great coloring. I like that too. The little extra hop putting on the shoe. Yeah. So those little subtle touches.
I do kind of like that Twilight's still not used to having friends, so of course when she's feeling bad, she just leaves instead of turning to the people around her. She's just not used to going and talking about things with other people. She's never had anyone she's really relied on before.
She really is new to this whole friendship thing.
Yeah.
And Sunset's power to see into others' minds. But it only works through touching skin on skin.
At least so far.
So far. At this moment.
Yeah.
Night Sparkle, there's only you.
How did you know what I was thinking?
When I touched your hand, I could see things. I could understand why you were leaving.
Finally. Yes. Oh, you got it. And this was Jeff Biddle's section. He did a great job of these two having a little moment in the
This
woods.
is a great little moment too.
Yeah.
Well written.
Yes, last time I turned into something amazing, but I've let magic turn me into a monster too. So if anyone understands what you're going through, it's me. I can help you, Twilight. And the rest of our friends can be there for you too. But not if you run away.
I'll stay. But I still don't think it's a good idea.
Being able to introduce the character of Twi just opened up such a bigger story opportunity.
It did.
Especially with Sunset, because it gives her a place to go.
Yeah.
As well. Her character is so evolving as she's sort of becoming a confidant and kind of showing Twi the way.
Yeah, she's really
which
become
we wouldn't have had that if it was Princess Twilight.
Yeah.
Right.
I do like that they operate like they're both lead characters in that way, and they kind of share
in that lead role.
Yeah. I also love that Sunset's like pretty suspicious of this guy. Like he's chopping wood at night. What's up with him?
Who's responsible for these
Crazy
facial expressions?
Nice. Partly Jeff Biddle, partly me.
Yeah.
I actually went through, and some of the more pushed, weirder expressions, I made
sketches for the
layout and top draw, and then they took them and really did an amazing job translating them, because they had to go in and make custom mouths and really push everything off model. Oh, what's going on?
Legit, huh? I think we just found our Gaia Everfree.
But why would he work so hard to make us think she was real?
You heard what he said about wishing his sister would sell this camp. If nobody wants to come here because it's home to some angry ancient nature...
I remember working on the script for this, how we were going to handle Spike being able to talk in this one, because folks at the school know, but we were introducing Gloriosa and Timber, and did we want them to have to react to, wait a minute, you have a talking dog? So we kind of were like, just don't have them talk when they're around.
Yep.
That's a good call.
Problem solved.
Yep. Which doc is this one now, Jeremy?
Number 4.3.
4.3. I love that Rarity's always got like her own stuff, like that chair. Like that's her lawn chair. She brought her own tricked out lawn chair. Just bedazzled.
Well, you saw how many suitcases and bags she had.
I kind of love that about her, though. She's so unapologetically her. And I know the sound guys for AJ's hammer actually did a rock-on metal sound and not like just a regular hammer. Yeah. It's all in the details. So yeah, it only works on sugar, which is good.
Because that would have been terrible had that exploded.
What? Oh, do you think the nails would explode like the sprinkles? Wow, glad that didn't happen, huh?
Sorry, girls. I didn't mean to. I don't know how to control this.
It's okay. Oh, none of us do.
Yeah, that would have ended this
That
video.
movie would have been over
without
right
the end
there.
credits.
And the ambulance arrives.
Yeah.
Well, then we would have been able to shift the tone into a horror movie, you know, because they're at camp. Oh, this.
Oh, this. What is this? 3 seconds of...
Amazing.
How many months of design went into
Months.
3 seconds worth of
We
animation?
put that one off in the back burner for a while.
Because we were afraid of it, because we knew it was going to be nuts. And I think
But
I
it
went,
was worth it.
Yeah, it was very
Totally worth it.
I think I went by your desk every other day and went, more crazy, more obnoxious. Here's the next
Cue
song.
the third song.
Second Rebecca Shortcut song in the movie. She did such a good job of this. This is a really kind of strange melody to learn for the first time, and I remember I'd sent it to get demoed, and then they got it back, and it was just like so bad. I was like, no, that's not what I meant. And so I came back and recorded her myself for the demo, and she was like, oh, okay, now it makes more sense. But yeah, it's funny, like she just owned it so well at that point. It was really good.
Well, you know, Sunset Solo has been a long time coming for her, I think.
Yeah.
We had a few different designs for this Magic Sparkles. It's actually just a recoloring, which I think the final color
much better.
Yeah,
We
much
had
better.
it red, and it just looked like measles.
Yeah, it looked like measles
Like
magic.
disease. But again, Brian saved us. Went through and just kind of tweaked what color the streak was and what color the little sparkles were.
I like this AJ moment.
Yeah. It's just eating that apple. Oh, Top Draw sent this. This was one of the first things they sent us as a test, and it was amazing.
An AFX test. We were just like, wow.
What?
Yes, please, more like this.
I like these little sweet moments with Sunset where she comes and gives people a hug and encourages them.
So
the integration between the lyrics and the visual worked really well here too. Like all of her little like subtle like I guess puns or whatever in the lyrics. Like I don't know, they just sort of refer to like how you guys pick that up in the storyboards. Like worked really well. Like shield yourself from the magic that will find. You know these sort of things, right?
Well, it's actually great that you write it that way because then it makes it really easy to kind of know what to do. Although sometimes
I wish I could remember now if this was a co-write on the lyrics or I did them or I just can't remember. I think this was a co-write, but I don't remember.
I think so.
It's so terrible. I don't remember.
Well, for you, this is over a year.
Yeah, at this point, 1.5 years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, and there's so many songs.
Yeah. So doc number
5. This is 5.
And there it is.
Beautiful.
Final doc.
Look at that.
I want to go to Camp Everfree.
That's all Rarity thinks about is the fashion show. And the fashion show was actually a late addition to the script, wasn't it, Megan?
I think so, yeah. Because we wanted to put them in their different outfits, and we just thought the idea that Rarity would just constantly refer to the dock as a runway.
That's great.
That's what it is to her. It's not a dock, it's a runway, and that's where she do her fashion show.
And actually, I think you tied it in very well.
Yes.
Because sometimes that can be really hard and you don't want it to be clunky, but you really manage to make it part of the overall kind of narrative.
And I really like how the writers brought Flash and used him in this DVD. Gave him a little bit more substance, I think.
And actually, I like this conversation between the two of them. The kind of, let's be friends.
And this is the first time we've ever referred to them dating again since the first movie.
Yeah. If you think about it, Flash has known Sunset the longest out of anybody.
Probably knows, well.
Yeah, he knows, he like he said, he knows when she's upset. I love this, she's this long run of indecipherable. And he's just like, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Someone like you to look out for them.
Really?
Yeah. You know, you've changed a lot since we went out.
Really nice, subtle toe kind of wiggle from Sunset there that the animators did.
Yeah, the physical acting throughout this whole movie was very detailed. Like, you know, Twilight's awkwardness, her shoulders, her tension, all that stuff. It's really so much attention to detail.
Here comes Derby.
Oh, Derby. Consolation.
All these nice forest BGs we get to watch. Thanks for sneaking around in the woods, guys.
So that shaking was those boulders being moved out of place.
So Embrace the Magic was Joanna Lewis and Kristen Sonko wrote those lyrics, actually.
Oh, nice.
Oh. See, we don't remember either because it's also been a year.
It's important. What is that?
Gross.
That happens to me at least once a week when I get out of my basement suite.
Yeah.
Right into spider webs. Except I don't scream like that.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you do.
Maybe.
Sunset's so happy to have a mystery. She
loves adventure.
She does. Let's go in this creepy cave. Oh, so Jeremy, talk about this cave.
This cave. This was, the color was concepted by Madison Tuff, and Katie colored it in Flash for us. And then Krista did the reverse angle. And it turned out really nice.
Yeah.
Brian did this nice red lighting on all the characters.
Yeah. So Gloriosa's finally given in. Finally snapped.
Oh my, you fell behind on your paintings, Gloriosa. I own the land.
He's such a jerk. I don't like him.
I think he just wears that tie that just says,
Money.
here's my interest.
Yeah. I mean,
And
I
his
guess,
pins.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, it's money bag pin.
Money bag pins.
He is upfront about what he wants in life, I guess. It's good.
Money.
Money.
We can't forget about Ross Love, who did all
Oh.
the
Yeah.
rough designs for us, and that really helped because Krista loved working on his BGs. There was so much detail in it, but
Yeah.
she just loved working
They're
on his
always
BGs.
nice and clear, too.
Yeah. I wish we were in that office of Gloriosa's a little more because it was
Yeah, it's beautiful.
fantastic. And Enid Ray Adams, who voices Gloriosa, has so many great little ooh and like funny little. She was amazing. She just went for it.
She did.
Yeah. She added so much life to.
She was great, especially at pushing Gloriosa, pushing her to that crazy place.
Yeah. I also really like the brother-sister fights.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's just like, I can't talk to you. Then typical EG fashion, our villains aren't really generally villains. They're just usually people who are kind of pushed to some sort of edge.
Mm-hmm. It took a little while to figure out how we wanted to use Gloriosa's powers too. At first, I think we were writing her as if she could manipulate like nature, and she'd have blow wind and have water move. But we kind of toned it down and kept it to just she has control over like the plants and the vines.
If only we could all pick our own superpowers like that.
Yeah.
So
what would you be, Daniel?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that controlling metal. Like what's his name?
Magneto?
Magneto. I think I don't know why it always seems like so much you can do with that.
I want teleportation so I can sleep in. And just get away.
Jeremy?
Just leave a party when I want to.
Oh, I'm not going to comment on that.
Oh!
Invisibility.
I think the scariest one to have will be sunsets.
Yeah.
Like you would never want to bump into anybody ever.
Oh my goodness.
It basically would be people being brutally honest to you constantly.
Constantly.
I got this, and I'm going to use it to save my camp. I just need more power.
I remember one of the artists here said, "I wish I had that superpower to know what people are thinking." I go,
No.
dude,
No.
you do not want that.
You don't want that. So that transformation thing, that just came back from Top Draw like that, and amazing.
No
And
revisions?
None.
Nice.
But it was, this is all boarded by Gloria Jenkins. She did a great job. And then we just cut them off. Haha.
You're trapped. Stay in there. Stay there.
It's
for the
very
rest.
Indiana Jones moment. Oh, here's Rarity. All her.
Finally.
There's a lot of cost.
And you'll
costumes.
notice we've got
Yeah.
Sunset
Yep.
and Twilight on the
Mannequin.
Oh, that was so much
That's
fun.
great.
They're like, we need them in their fashion outfits. Can we put them on mannequins?
Because they're not with the group. Yeah, these boho chic outfits were a little tricky to translate because they have so many patterns, which doesn't always translate well with Flash and moving things in Flash. But
And thanks to you, Kat, for concepting that for us.
oh, you're welcome. I like clothes, you guys. These two.
I love that they're doing water balloons. It's so perfect.
Yeah, I think that was a Jen Daviro gag. So this upcoming sequence is all Jen Daviro, who's one of our top board artists here.
Yeah, she's one of our lead board artists, and she just did an amazing job with this song.
Mm-hmm. We almost changed. I think we didn't change anything really at all.
Minor tweaks, if.
So this song, Daniel.
This
Daniel.
song. Tell us about this song, Daniel, because we love it.
Yeah.
Well, we keep kind of over the years, like, I guess starting with This Day Aria, like, have these sort of villain songs that come up, right? And so it's always like, okay, well, we're going to do another villain song. How can it be different and next level and bigger and more exciting than the last villain song? Because, you know, we had in EG3 the Cinch song, right? So I was like, okay, well, you know, it has to differentiate it from Cinch. And I mean, this is Kelly Metzger singing, right?
Yes.
And she did such a powerful job.
I remember.
She ran it through twice, and that was it.
Yeah, we were all sitting there going, whoa.
Well, I remember when she came in for auditions, and I was just like, wow, she nailed it.
Yeah.
It's just the power she put in it.
I love so the first thing that I was trying to play with was, that We Will Stand Forever Free lyric is kind of like ambiguous, right? Because it both means we will,
stand for the camp.
Yeah, exactly. Or stand forever free.
Yeah.
Right? So I love that sort of play on words. Again, there's 3 lyricists on this. This is myself and then what are the names again? Christine Songo and Joanna Lewis. And so it always helps me a lot when we have really good lyrics to start with, because it's like, okay, I can really concentrate on on the music and the melodies and not be kind of bogged down too much trying to come up with words at the same time. I kind of do both, but so I think the three of us work really well for this. And yeah, I don't know. It's just trying to keep it. I just really pushing myself all the time to go like, well, how can we, make this sound like it's legitimate and dramatic and lots of changes and it is sophisticated and really get her intensity across because she's a villain but not really a villain, right? Like,
right.
So
she thinks she's doing the right thing.
Yeah. That was like that cool thing. I was like, she's really think she's doing the best. And we've played around with some. I think we played around with some words that are coming up here that we had to tweak to make it sure that. I'm trying to remember. Yeah.
Caught in the moment.
You guys did a fantastic job of those vines coming up.
So yeah, we want to talk about the vines. We after those vine things in friendship games, we're like, we really want to do vines again. Oh my god, it's so hard to animate. But Ishi came up with a really great kind of solution to them.
Yeah, using the art brush tool in Flash, we came up with a way to get these really cool vine movements that wasn't too difficult for animation, and then we sent that to Top Draw and they just took it and ran with it.
Yeah, and I think we also tried to keep the design of it more kind of more root bark like, so we could move them in quick bursts and kind of more of a jittery motion, and that way we didn't have to do that really smooth whiplash type of line that can be really hard to keep track of. And also, this section, this is all Jen Davro did all this for us as well. Did a great job.
I remember.
I wanted to talk about how we're getting all the incidentals out of
the way.
that's
what I wanted to talk about too. Because we sat around and we had that conversation of like, we always have these big end battles and we have incidentals running around all over the place. How can we get them out of the way?
Yeah, and get them off screen so we don't have to keep track of them, and actually also trap the principals in a way, because honestly they should be trying to save these kids and get involved, adults.
Yeah.
But we sealed them right up in that mess hall, so they can't really help.
I guess after 4 DVDs now, they're probably like, let the girls take care of it.
Fine. Yeah, they're having a martini. They're just waiting. So I also like this section too, because we really get to showcase all the girls and their powers, and they're really being active participants in trying to help take down this threat. I think that's a Jen joke.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice having a full act to focus on this whole kind of battle sequence. And not have to try and wrap it up at the end of that act, and we had a whole Act 7 to do the full wrap-up.
Yeah, I think Joanna and Christine, when they wrote it, they really balanced the pacing very well. Each act has something that happens, and they didn't rush into the ending, and we ended up with a nice wrap-up. I also really love that Sunset tried to push that boulder out of the way herself.
Just gotta try once.
And Twilight's reluctance to use her magic because she doesn't want to turn into Midnight Sparkle. And here's Rarity putting her foot in it.
Yeah.
Everfree is absolutely delightful, but I just don't know that I'm quite ready.
So Jeremy, you had to also do all these campgrounds with all the vines all over them.
Right, yeah. I remember this is another section where we're going, how are they going to animate this? As you guys will see coming up.
Yeah. How are we going to animate this giant bramble dome that's blocking out the sky?
Because if anyone knows about using Flash, when there's a lot of elements and layers going on, Flash doesn't really like that, and it starts to break itself down.
Yeah.
But I didn't know you guys found a cheat to get through that.
It's all about being a cheater in animation.
An animation cheat.
For how long after you read the script do you just kind of curl up in a ball and say, what are you trying to do to us?
What happens to me is I get all excited. Yeah, we're going to do this. It's going to look really cool. And then you start trying to make it work, and then you curl up in a ball.
Because you go for cool first.
Yeah.
I curl up during the design meeting. When Kat and Ishi are just talking, I'm like,
Jeremy's on the floor under the desk.
Just rocking himself. But we always seem to find a balance between really pushing things and getting what we need visually and also dealing with the limitations of the program.
Yeah.
Actually, watching this now really helps me to trust Ishi and Kat a lot more, because I had my doubts in the beginning, but now I don't.
You didn't believe in us, Jeremy?
I didn't believe in myself.
When we were like, it'll be cool, don't worry.
The making of this movie has its own like friendship arc.
It does
We
actually.
started out with self-doubt, and by the end, we could do it.
Well, because this is the first movie we made as an entirely crew all unto ourselves, because before we were using the core pony crew, and we actually split off for this one, so this was kind of our maiden voyage together.
Yeah, this is our BG by itself.
Yeah, and we brought Jeremy on, and this was your first art direction job, and it was my first directing job, and so yeah, I can see why you didn't trust me. Yeah, I think it'll be cool, Jer. Just make it more purple, whatever. Let's see what happens.
2 words, guys. Nailed it.
Nailed it, yes. And this is great. I remember reading this part in the script going, oh, this is such a good emotional moment. I love it.
Yeah. And I think this is kind of how we originally imagined it, too. You and I were very on the same page, I think, Ishi, as to how we wanted this to look.
Yeah, we were just riffing in the room, and we're just like, oh, and then we'll do it inside her mindscape, and we'll have them all appear as like glowing shafts of light.
Yeah, I feel bad for anyone who's in the boardroom next to our office, because we cheer a lot and high five and squeal.
There's a lot of squealing.
That's that sound coming from
Yes, that's
you can hear it down on the 3rd floor.
From my soundproof studio.
Oh, and then the music that Will did. We didn't even talk about all Will's
There's so
villain
many great
score
moments,
and
yeah.
this hero stuff.
Yeah, it's so cool, so fantastic.
You know who we have to give a shout out to though? Shannon, our editor.
Oh yeah.
Because Shannon went through, this is not something that she has to do as an editor, but she went through and found sound effects herself and put in temp score, which can be dangerous sometimes, because when there's temp score and you like it a lot, it's like,
Tempitis.
you get tempitis.
Yeah.
But she did such a good job of finding great score, and when we talked to Will came in and did stuff that was very similar in some points.
Yeah, it really helps set the tone for Will, so he understands what kind of feeling we're trying to evoke in those moments.
What happened? It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
Oh yeah, and then all their Crystal Guardian outfits.
Those outfits, have fun rotating those in design.
It was worth it at the end.
Yeah.
But it was really tough. It was tough to do these outfits and to rotate them. So props to Bevan and the design crew for pulling through.
Yeah, because, I thought it'd be cool to give everyone new hair. Oh, rarity.
Oh, yeah, and just when we thought we were done, then we found out we had to put the geode necklaces on after. So that was another addition to that.
Yeah, well, for us, it's a simple symbol swap. So it's work for the design crew, but not too much work for animation. Jeremy, I want to talk about Celestia's camp outfit. It's so great. Her little sash and her
sash
buttons.
and buttons.
Oh, I love it.
It's
But
like
I think
she's
you can
such
now,
a keener.
You know how old she is by how many buttons is on her sash. One for every decade or something.
Band could play. I I could help write a new song just for the occasion.
Those are all good ideas, but where...
Okay, dock number 805 back there.
I admire everyone's enthusiasm. Really, I do. But
Come on, Gloriosa, you didn't really think we'd skip out on a crystal ball now, do you? This is Equestria, girls.
Here we go, Daniel.
Oh, yeah.
This is like our quintessential EG girls,
Yep.
like, song.
Which, again, I still really love.
Yeah.
It sounded great in surround sound when we were mixing
Yeah.
it. If anyone at home has a nice big loud surround sound system. I really like how with this movie we kind of hit this balance of the songs. Like each one is very distinctive, its own sort of emotion, its own sort of style. From this sort of folky Mumford & Sons opening to her sort of Broadway intimate solo in the beginning, and then Gloriosa's song, and then we get this like really classic EG, girl song.
None of them feel shoehorned in. They all feel like they belong.
Yeah, and that's right. The pacing is good in terms of like they're spaced out nicely and stuff. I feel like we've been looking for the formula, all the time, like how many songs, how long, and this we really hit this fantastic balance on this movie. I felt from that perspective.
Yeah.
I think on the screening we did, that was my first time hearing this song, and I remember going back to my desk the next day and finding the rough cut with this song and just listening to it a couple more times because it was that good.
I know a few people on the crew just had a few of these songs on loop while they were working, just because they enjoyed them so much.
Well, I love this little gag here.
Oh.
Yeah.
AJ.
And you have like 6, like when we do the group, the sort of main 7, I guess, stuff, it's like you have these 7 fantastic singers, and there's just so much you can do vocally with that. I mean, it's so much work. I mean, we've all sat through these like 8-hour days of trying to record half a song because there's just so many vocal levels to get. But by the time we're done with all the harmonies and all 7 soloists, I mean, it's just a really unique thing to have in a versus just like a one singer. And they just sound so good together. Like it's funny how when one is missing, it's not quite right. Like you're hearing them as we're stacking up each singer, and like on their own, it's like okay, yeah, and then each individual unique voice just completes that sound that suddenly becomes like, the Wonder Colts.
Yeah. So this Act 7 is Gloria Jenkins storyboarding with a few added things,
expressions by Katrina.
I think there's some Selena. There's definitely Desiree in there. Tori did the Techno Viking bulk dancing. I made her do it.
Yeah,
so she was a little afraid.
Forced her to watch the video.
Several times. Okay, here we go. This is like the crowning achievement of my career.
So many costume changes in this movie.
Well, Jeremy, you made his suit. So talk about his suit.
We just made sure it was slim fit. I think that was the only note you guys gave. Make it slim fit.
It's too bad you can't see his
shoes
and his feet because we have little red socks that he's...
The rolled up cuffs.
Yeah.
It's all in the accessories.
Very hipster.
The tie and the cuffs.
Very hipster.
Yeah, and Twilight's dress, I tried to make into kind of like scrolls, leaves of a book that have been peeled back a little bit. So there's a little bit of that in there. If you can see the bottom part. Yeah.
Now, this moment coming up. I believe we originally
acted this out.
Oh, secrets revealed.
Jeremy played Gloriosa.
There are some donors I really want him to meet. They were good friends with Mom and Dad.
Save me a dance, okay?
There was a lot of talking about exactly when they close their eyes, and she puts her hand up on his chest, and the lean in, and then I think Ishi, you actually went in and you tweaked some of the animation a little bit.
I did some tweaking with the faces and the blush, and
I think you made the pursy lips on Timber.
What about Bulk Biceps' short suit? His suit with his shorts on? Is that what you saw?
Yeah.
Yes. It's like pink.
Yeah. Because we couldn't do the Dumb and Dumber orange one because Discord wears it in the Smooze episode. So.
But we still like the color.
Yeah. And then this was I had to get Sunset in bare feet and take her shoes off because who goes to a party and stays in their heels all night? Nobody.
I definitely don't.
Yeah. Oh, what's this? Oh no!
And this is probably one of my favorite songs we've ever done. But then no one ever listens to the end credit song.
This one they will. And I have listened to this song over and over and over again because I've been working on these end credits for the past month now.
And sometimes I'll just start singing it and then Ishi will pick it up.
Oh, that's all
behind me. Yeah.
That always happens. Someone's humming something and then we'll both be singing in the...
Yeah.
Well, it was one of the fun things about this one is I kind of was able to go, okay, like ad-lib something here. So like there's a core melody going on in the harmonies, but there's a lot of these great little ad-libby solos happening, and we had each singer just do a bunch of them and then like improvise their little solo line over top, and we just like have fun playing around with that. And we made sure we had enough time with each singer to really explore that, and then at the end of it, kind of when we were mixing it, kind of picking and choosing and building this tapestry, and it just came out so rich.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
And Jeremy, thanks to you for all the great designs. I mean, the design of the dock with the lighting underneath. You basically put that in my lap and just let me do the rest.
I had fun with it. Thank you.
Yeah, and then who else helped out with the designs of the items on the dock?
Nima, yeah.
Nima and Krista.
Tori and Selena also gave us some extra stuff because we needed like more little painted rocks, and Tori actually made the macaroni art. We're watching cute. Old pictures, so we don't get to see it right now, but you guys will be seeing the macaroni art Timber and Twilight that she sent it in, was like, should we? I don't know. I made it as a joke, and I said, no, I love it. We're doing it. Yeah. And then we did it.
Yeah, we thought it would be a good idea to end the thing off with just Timber's compass and Gloriosa's daisy chain.
Because it is a bit kind of about them. This is their camp.
Yeah.
They have a little journey of their own.
Look at all those names.
Ooh, yeah, our top draw animators.
Surprisingly not as many as you would imagine based on how much work they did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should mention our top draw directors.
Yes, Leanne and Arnold.
They really stepped up and they really gave us
such a great job.
Amazing work, and they made it their own.
It's not over, guys.
Whoa, what's this?
What's this?
Dock number
532.
The dock. Oh, tomato. Let's celebrate!
I think that's it.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, thanks, guys. That was a lot of fun.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.